Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, we're live.
Anything could happen.
You tricked me again. I love the authenticity.
All right.
Amazing. All right, well, here we go. Here's Scott.
So thanks, buddy.
Yes, buddy. How are you, Scott? Hello, Samina. I'm
Hi,
super excited
Kevin.
to be with you.
So I heard Sabina sharing with you like it's this is Scott's going to interview you, and it's not quite like that. It's like the 11-11 format that you're familiar with, except there's no rules now. So we can talk about your passions or whatever. I don't have a formula. I don't know what I'm going to talk about. But let me just start by saying, what do you want to talk about, my passionate brother?
A great question. Same thing. I have no idea about that. However, the God wanna bring us this conversation authentic and organic, and we'll just dance with the conversation.
Excellent. So Samina, just when you see like Pravin talk, just put it on him. So right now you put it on me because you see me talking, or you can put it on center screen or whatever. You just want to respond fast to that. So
Yeah.
brother,
Yes, brother.
passion. I know you're passionate about God, and we could talk about whatever you want. But what would you like to talk about? If I was interviewing you, what would you like me? What would you like to talk about first?
Um, Thanks for knowing me well, Scott. Like when you say passion, I get goosebumps. Oh my God. Yes, definitely. God is always there with me, and God is always there with you and my celebrity who are watching from all over the world. But today, recently, we are celebrating the mental health week, right? And the October 10th was the mental health day, actually, International Mental Health Day. And especially in mental health, there are tons of mental health, and I would love to deep dive in uh, let's depress the depression. Let's
So
depress
let
the
me ask you this: of all the things you could talk about first, what is it about the subject of mental health that, at least in this organic moment, you're very passionate about talking about that right now?
Scott, I suffered depression in my life during my medical college study and chronic depression. And also because of the depression, one time I acted to suicide to end my life. Acted, and I shared my experience with you already about that. And not only that, still I am having those phases of a chronic depression on and off. So I don't want anybody to go through depression, or if somebody going through depression, just letting that person know that you're not alone. I am with you, and there are lots of thousand and thousand people are there with you who are going through the same phase. And it's not the taboo. Depression is not the taboo. It shouldn't be the taboo. This is 21st century, 2019, but still that's the bitter truth, that depression is still the taboo in this world. So I would love to deep dive about depression if you would love to.
Of course. So the first thing I want to do even more is just, you know how much depression hits, me too, our Samina, you know, we know, we know. So, after this call, I want you to book a 3 hour Zoom call with Samina and I for free. And, as soon as possible, that works for you during my 7 a.m. free calendar. And I want to do more than just talk about, the depression, your depression at that time. I want to help you with it some more.
Wow, wow, wow! You're always biggest giver, and always give surprise me. So thank you so much, and I would love to, after as soon as I finish this conversation, definitely I'm going to book you, and I highly recommend the people who are
Oh
watching.
no, you do. Please don't be promoting us. We don't need that. But thank
Okay,
you. You owe us
okay,
nothing. This is
okay.
unconditional what I just offered. And I want to thank you. I wrote down here while you were talking. I want to thank you for your honesty, for, just talking about the depression means so much to you, and being honest that you still battle it. It's still you're still dealing with it. And what would you like, you know, your friends to know about this subject of passion? Sorry, of your passion towards, not being depressed or depression as a subject.
Oh, wow. It's killing, depression is killing. It's the one of the biggest killer. Even though, like, if you see the statistic, like, depression comes like about ninth or number 10th after suicide.
Okay, so we just had a
In the
technical. Oh,
North
there we go. We
America
could
or
hear
all
him
over the
again.
world. Yes. So what did you hear the last word, Scott? So I can continue from there.
Just go ahead and start over. Sabina, do you know at what point he cut off? It doesn't matter. I don't need to remember because it doesn't matter, right? We're gonna act
Question
like.
at the
Remember
top.
what we always did was, and we want to keep this pure, Sabina. I'm just reminding ourselves of. We never cared that there were viewers. We never cared that there's people watching, right? So it doesn't
Absolutely.
matter. All I know is, uh, just start over. Say whatever you want. Start over.
Yeah. Depression. North America says like depression is like ninth or 10th biggest disease to kill people. And that's why one of the reason, like, why depression is not highlighted so much it was supposed to be, right? So, and I'm telling my story, like, in my life during my medical college of 8 years, I suffered huge chronic depression, and as I mentioned about one point of time, I even acted to suicide to end my life too. And I wanna let the celebrity who is watching you and me right now, or the live later on, to let the person know, if you are going through, you are not alone. I am with you. Scott, Samina are with you, and lots of other, hundreds and thousands of people are there with you. Take one more extra day, take one more extra day, forget about like living whole life, forget about living whole life, just go one more extra hour, one more extra day, one more extra week, one more extra month, and it's gonna end up and share it, share it. If you're going through, share it with your best buddy, share it with your best coach. Like right now I'm sharing with my coach, Scott, and Samina is also my coach too. Or share it with your doctor. Even I went to my doctor too, back home in India as well as here too. But my doctor say, you're not having depression. But I know, like my doctor is investing like about, I don't know, 2-3 minutes every visit. And how come, like, in 2-3 minutes, he just ruled out my depression, right? So, and also other things adds up after that, anxiety and then memory loss, and a lot more. And everybody depression, you act differently. So like rather than depression, as we have to take, like, person as the whole, and every person's depression is separate from one person to another. And I don't want anybody to go through, because we got one life, I got one life, you got one life, and you deserve to live to the fullest, you deserve to live to the fullest, so you can enjoy this kingdom given by our almighty God. Even during my homeopathic medical
And I
homeopathic
just want to jump in, as what you said, although well intended, when a person really is as depressed as you're talking about, it's like telling them everything you just said as a cheerleader. It just we can't hear it, eh? We can't
that's
hear it. So
true.
I feel what you just said right now. That's really your message to yourself. I think that's what you're saying to yourself. You know, that's what you're doing that works for you, right? You're just reminding yourself.
Absolutely. that's why, like people's like that person is so lively. How come like nobody imagine, like, like I'm going through that? But yes, that's a reality, that's a bitter truth, and I'm not ashamed to share with you as well as the whole world, because sharing my story, if it helps minimum one person, it's worth sharing. And same thing with you, my celebrity. Share it, share it, share it, because sharing is caring. uh,
Mm.
yeah, sharing is caring. And yeah, like one life, and going through this phase, like I'm not living my life to the fullest. Maybe, I don't know, like this is the mask. Maybe I'm not sure, the one being lively and this and that, maybe the cover up of what I'm going through, what I'm going through, what my vulnerability. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, I don't know either. I do know that the only way out, is to find something else to focus on, and sometimes that's really hard. What do you? I just feel like Samina. Why don't we have you jump in? This could be organic. So this is like as Samina shared with you before we went live. It's like Samina is my producer now, so she's in the background being present, and she's also open if I feel like there's a contribution to bring her in or whatever. You know, and I definitely do. So yeah, Samina, I don't exactly know what I want to ask you, but yeah, why don't you just join in and say something?
Okay, sure. Yeah, I mean, I don't exactly know what to say. It's such say it touchy. It's really an individual journey with depression, right? And yeah, it really like I mean, I went through it. Mine was more situational than anything else, right? And as Scott says, it's easier said than done. They'll find something to focus on. But I think with I mean, from my, I can only share my experience. And yes, Scott was there. And, it's really, when you're all alone, it is difficult because it's so hard to get out of your own head, right? It's like you need someone, but not, like I always said, not everybody has a Scott or has, right? But, and yeah, some people can get out of it themselves, but a lot of us, it is a struggle, especially when we're faced with people trying to give us advice or fix it or doctor or just not really hearing. I think that it comes from like for me, I just needed really to be heard, right? And really to have someone who really gets it, understands, and not try to fix it. And just giving yourself permission that the depression is here and maybe next month or whatever. It's like embracing those moments that come, right? It's right. And you're doing, the right thing, Pravin, by just reaching out and talking about it. I think that's a first step, right? I mean, as
Yeah,
Abraham,
look what happened, right? He was honest and just shared that, you
yeah,
know, and
it takes
and
a lot of courage. It takes a lot of,
and yeah, because it's not easy for us when we're depressed to ask for help. Like when Pravin was talking about that, it's like, yeah, when I'm in that depression, my self esteem goes to nothing. I feel self conscious, like everybody looks at me and they're judging me, and they know the truth about what an evil person I am. Like it gets so dark, and the last thing you're going to do is ask for help because you know you don't deserve it. But
Mhm.
what did Pravin do? He didn't ask for help, but he did share honestly. So there was an opening for someone to help if they could. And
Yeah.
so I can't wait to see him. In our session whenever that ends up being. What do you want to say, Pravin? I see you getting watery eyed there.
It's like I feel relieved too, right? Because like I rarely share my negativity, or it's not actually uh, like yeah, like weaknesses, let's put it that way, like yeah, because I am the person, like always share positivity, find out positivity in everybody. But reality is reality, right? Reality is reality, and reality to be checked, and reality to be heard. And thank you so much again, Scott, for listening to me, not hearing but listening to me, like with your 100%. And same with Samina, thank you so much, not only listening to me but also sharing your vulnerability, sharing your story. So it means a
Mm.
lot. It means a lot.
You're
Even
welcome.
like what is my watery eye, man? Look at that. Like like how many percentage of my eyes, is occupied, but still you notice that one. So it means a lot. You are the
Mm.
you are the coach's coach for sure, Scott. And I love your observation. And not only that, you are there to find the situation, and then bring that person out from the situation, or bring the situation out from that person. You are really amazing, boss, amazing, dear.
Well, thank you. I think it ties into what you started to talk about too, was God, right? And so,
Yeah,
although this might be an interview or it's an episode or whatever the heck this is, to me, there's something driving things way beyond, the material world. And I'm here not knowing why I'm here and just wanting to be used by God, like show me the opportunities to make a difference. And so I already know I accomplished that. I put an invitation, may I help you with that depression? You said yes. I know you're going to book. So as far as I'm concerned, that's a better result than anything I could have imagined.
Mm.
absolutely, absolutely. And you mentioned God. God is everywhere. God is in me. God is in you. God is in Samina, and God is in whoever is watching you right now, or later on you're going to watch it. Definitely, because aham brahmasmi, aham brahmasmi. That's the real milking of Upanishads, which is the ancient holy essence of Hinduism.
Mm.
Aham means I. Aham means I, and Brahmasmi is in Sanskrit. Brahma plus Asmi. Brahma means creator, and Asmi means am. I am, the creation created by the creator. So there is nothing different between him and me. Like there is no creation without creator, and there is no creator without creation. So uh, I am 100%, he's 100%. It's with the, not the ego, but it's coming from the bottom of the heart, in every fiber of the body, and it's the essence of the whole universe.
Mm.
It's so amazing, so authentic, and like but like 99.99% people, they leave this planet without realizing him fully. That's why I always say the cemetery is the richest place in the world, because over there billions of dreams are under 6 feet by billions of people. Billions of dreams are under 6 feet by billions of people.
Mm.
Huge, huge.
Mm.
And people are fighting for, like, my God is bigger than yours, and yours is bigger than his, and him is bigger than her. And oh my God, like, who created borders? Who created borders? God gave you whole universe, and then we came up like with continents and countries, and like cities, and oh my God, like streets, and then home, and then in home also, like whatever the 4 or 5 people you are living as the family, and then you come up with like I'm a husband or wife or son or this or that or whatnot, and then you come up with like, okay, I'm the employee, or I'm the whatever, label after label after label after label. Oh my God, man, how many pieces you broke yourself, how many pieces you broke his divinity, how many pieces you broke his kingdom. Oh my God, oh my God.
What's that mean? How many pieces do you break of God? What does that mean?
It's like, if like you give a toy to a boy, and a boy make like, I don't know, 1,000 pieces of that toy, but that boy is boy, so child, small child, he he that what he does, because that was he is. But the as a grown up man, grown up woman, grown up person, you like, you do it to yourself, you do with others, you like basically diversification. Basically, yeah, what's the right word is, like, discrimination, that's the right word. Yeah, discriminating yourself by, those titles, and then you forget the whole essence. You forget himself, you forget yourself, you forget your strength, we forget our oneness, our togetherness.
How did you come to know God? Which, and why does God mean so much to you?
Wow. Since got about 49 years ago, and 49 years and 3 months ago, I came as the soul, as the celebrity, uh, at one of the best country called Mother India, and one of the best province called Gujarat, who gave Mahatma Gandhi and today's Prime Minister Mr. Modi to the world, in a small village called Julasan, who gave NASA astronaut Sunita Williams to the world. And in that small village, I came in the street called Mahadevas Temple Street, and there were two temples, and my grandfather, I've seen my grandfather, grandmother, mother, everybody, brothers, as well as my siblings and my friends and my villagers going to visit those temples, and beauty about that is, in my village there are 100 plus temples, but yes, it's the real but. The biggest temple of my village is Dolama temple. That's a Muslim goddess temple. That's the Muslim goddess, and prayed by all 100% Hindu people living in this village. Even though the history of my village, only 100 Hindu lived in this my village. Still, the biggest temple made by those Hindu living in the village, as well as non-resident Indian, they made that beautiful temple, the biggest temple. So since my childhood, I was looking for, spirituality, and yes, I found it, right? Because my father, was such a great man, as a respectable person and the leader in the society. So whatever the priest comes to my village, always visit my home, thanks to my father. And also then, when I went to the medical, I mean, when I went to the hostel in grade 11 and 12, then my horizon also expanded. Then I used to see more celebrities. Then I went to the medical college, and that was the outlet to see the celebrities, because I suffered a lot during medical college. Again, it was my father's dream to make me the medical doctor. It was my dream. My first dream was to become the pilot. My second dream was to become the priest. My third dream was to become the engineer. But again, I respect my dad. My father is not only my father, he's my godfather. But so I was not living my dream, I was living my father's dream. That's why I suffered a lot during medical college. I suffered inferiority complex because of English language. And look at me now, right? By God's grace, and your blessings, I lived my half of my life almost in English speaking country, beautiful country called Canada. I wrote my not only one but two books, international bestseller and award winning books in English, right? So if I can do it, you can tear it apart for sure. Like small boy who, born in the small village of India, he can get out of inferiority complex of English. So can you, or he can write first book, second book in English. So can you. Yeah.
Mm.
So all jigsaw's puzzle get together, and then I exposed to, like, another religions like Christianity. When I went to 11 12 grade, I exposed to Christianity. I saw church. Then I went to the medical college and I saw mosques and everything. So, and then I went to the lots of Buddhist temples, Chinese temples, and whatnot. Even I respect atheists too, right? Atheists too. So my search was started, like, as soon as I came to planet Earth, basically. And what I believe actually is your karma, again, as the Hindu. I believe in reincarnation, and that's okay. If non-Hindu doesn't believe in reincarnation, I respect that. But see, according to that, your soul find out the again the real atmosphere and the real cluster soul in another body because of the karma, whatever the karmas you and I did. According to that, we choose the next right atmosphere, right soul cluster, and right environment, and right exactly we chose it, and of course god direct to our karma, or manage our karma, or judge our karma. But that's the beauty about it, because it's up to us, it's up to us. You are the architect of your life, you are the architect of your future, we are in control, we are in control. But again, in the Gita, our the holy book of Hinduism, it says, uh, कर्मणेव अधिकारः ते मा फलेषु कदाचन. Means your you focus on 100% doing your karmas, doing your duties. That's it. Don't focus on results. Results is up to him, up to him. But definitely, if you plant mango seed, definitely you're going to get mangoes. Maybe it will take, maybe I don't know, 20 years, 25 years to get. But as long as you get the right environment, you get the right sunshine, and as long as you keep fertilizing your land, definitely you're going to eat mango. If you are not, then your generations to come,
I
there.
like what you said there about let God take care of the results. Like we can
Yeah,
have goals and plans and things we want to have happen, and but then you let it go, right? And that's where the peace is, I believe, because I've achieved many things without God, and I can
yeah,
still achieve, but it just seems more painful. It's when you can just like, this is what I want, but in the end I really don't care. I just want to be of service to God. If God can show me that next thing to do, and if I feel it's coming from God and it feels peaceful, and then life becomes just more peaceful. Yeah, God is peace
exactly,
to me.
exactly, absolutely. Because see, we are like carrying so many baggage. It's like I'm the whatever marathon man, and I'm the award winning this and that and whatnot, but all our baggages and all are like, feeding your egos, feeding my egos, same thing, whatever you are going, you are having those baggages, right? But see, whenever this soul gone, that's it, everything will be staying here, everything will be staying here, and your soul is going to go to the supreme soul, and that's it, and according to whatever the karmas, you and I do, we are going to get the results, right? And definitely I love it the way you put it, like, even though, like, let's say I don't believe in so much into God, you say, right? But yes, you are right, because you just do with selfless act, and leave it to whoever you believe, like, whatever the faith or science or whatever the, some, yeah. So I love the how beautifully you put it, without like
And,
labeling.
and thank you. And I wouldn't say selfless. Like you use the word selfless to refer to me, and um, it isn't selfless. I think if anything, it's selfish enlightenment or wisdom, because I know when something's going to be peaceful, and I try to just follow the peace now. And when I'm following the peace, that's God. I know God's will for me is to be peaceful, and I know from my experience in the 12-step program and recovering from all these addictions, that the 12-step program taught me to be careful or watch out for excitement. Like, in other words, excitement can be dangerous for someone like me who's trying to be on a path with God, because excitement could feel really good. It can be really happy. And not that excitement is a bad thing, but um, sometimes when I make decisions, when I'm excited, there's a consequence later that's not good. Like, bad things can sometimes happen, or I sabotage it or something. But I've found that when I make decisions that are coming from feeling peaceful about it, and particularly when I don't exactly know why I'm doing it, oh man, that stuff works out. And when I look back, that was God.
Wow.
Like my journey with Samina,
Yes.
helping her was, her helping myself. You know, it just, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and there is a specific word, the situation you mentioned. There is a specific word in the holy book of Hinduism called the Gita, called Sthit Pragna. Sthit Pragna. Pragna means knowledge, and the Sthit means like settle, like your knowledge. So you're not going to get egoist with happiness, or you're not going to say like, oh, like that, I'm over there, and you're not going to go down when like fall comes, or when like valley comes, like
Yeah.
settle, like
Yeah, we're not going to be
yeah,
a doormat. We're equal. That's
yeah,
humility. Humility is
yeah,
is being equal, right?
equal, yes.
It's not being servile and being yes sir. It's right. It's we don't let people walk all over us, and we don't walk over people. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I heard something regarding that. Is like, you don't become so much sweeter so people can chew you up, and you can don't become so much bitter so people can throw it you. Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Yeah. I'd rather be tofu, plain, no taste.
I'm learning to. I'm learning to. I'm too sweet. I'm too sweet. I'm too sweet. Right? So I got chewed some million times, a million times. Yeah.
What do you say,
Yeah.
Sabina? I popped you in there.
Yeah.
No, just listening to the conversation and seeing the energy between yeah, and just really, just enjoying being behind the scenes. So
Oh, say no more. I'll get rid of you now. Oh, sorry, I made you bigger.
There you are. Oh, you're with full screen, Samina. Wow. Wow.
Hmm. Well, I have a question if I can jump in and ask, since I'm
Sure.
here. Yeah, I want to ask you, Pravin. So I know this may kind of sound like a weird question. You may not be present to it right now, but that's okay. I just wanted to just ask you. It came to my mind.
Mhm.
If depression aside, sadness aside, if there was one thing, I know we talked a lot before and you went through this program with me too. And I
Mhm.
know you know what your ultimate dream is. Putting
Yeah.
that aside, if you can, if there's one thing right now today that you're present to, putting money aside, if money were an issue, if your depression were an issue, if the world was endless and limitless, you could have anything right now, right at this moment, what would that be, or what would you be doing, you think? Or you
Awakening,
soul knows.
awakening the celebrity within you and 1 billion plus people. That's what I would be doing if whatever the situation. Yeah, is
Mhm.
like, yeah, definitely 100% with that. Even though I'm doing it nowadays too, since long time, but definitely if money is not the taboo, or money is not the situation, or time is not the situation, definitely that's what I would be doing, from going each and every country, and realizing each and a common man, or like the person with like CEOs or whatever, between in between or whoever, and sharing and realizing them, like yes, there is celebrity within, there is, Les Brown says there is greatness within, Tony Robbins says like awaken the giant within, but ultimately the message is the same, like there is little prince or princess within you. Bring it
Oh,
alive, let it
anything can
alive, because
happen.
don't.
Anything can happen. Anything can happen on this, right? So, Sabina, I
Yeah.
want to give you some coaching. When he's talking, smile.
Yeah.
When he's talking, let me be convinced you care about what he has to say.
That's true. Like, smile is the curve, says thousand things straight. But I love your question, and I I love the way you quote Saminami. Oh my God, like those 12 weeks, especially. Oh my God, like you are the integrity queen. You make me realize, the real what is integrity. What am I doing? Am living doing all my karmas with integrity or not? And still I have your note, integrity, the meaning of integrity. I always keep that note besides my temple, you
Yeah.
know. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
love it. And definitely how our journey started. Like one small Facebook I saw the your appearance, and oh my God, like 2 plus years, like 2.5 years, something already gone by. Oh my God. And
Mm,
that day, like last year, your first year celebration, oh my God, like I
mm,
put my life jeopardy 2 times. God put it, I put into, and survived me. Oh my God, like,
mm,
from within half an hour, 2 times I slept while driving on two biggest highways, for highway 401 and highway 410. And wow, man, still I'm in front of you. Oh my God, oh my
mm,
God, wow, wow,
mm.
wow.
Wow.
So I couldn't imagine my life without Scott, you, and without you, Samina. Really, really.
Oh.
Yeah, cluster soul. Yeah, cluster
Well,
soul.
I'll tell you what, if you keep sleeping while you're driving on those highways, I'll have to imagine mine without you in it.
Yeah.
That's why last about like almost 1.5 year, I'm using TTC. I'm using TTC. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, so I get just before I forget my question, well, I won't forget, but so yeah, being the celebrity and or bringing out the celebrity in others, I know that's your big dream that you've been consistent with. But
Mhm.
say right now, sticking with even more what's here right now, what's the next thing would do you want besides that? What will be the next thing if you could have it right now? What would that be the next thing?
Next thing is collecting $100,000 US, so I can be top of the mountain by May 31st, 2020, and especially to be exactly to be on May the 8th. That's my father's birthday. So to give the my 50th happy birthday to my father and celebrate with the world. Oh my God! Oh my God!
Mm, mm,
Yeah,
Hey, I just want to say on May 6th, 2 days before your dad's birthday,
yeah,
by God's grace, God's
yeah.
willing, your blessings, Sabina
I
will
love
have
it.
done 1,111 daily Facebook Lives in a row, but not just a Facebook Live, a Facebook Live until someone connected, like as a conversation. So
mm.
she can't just go live and somebody likes it. They have to say hello. So
Yeah.
2 days before your dad's birthday, 1,111 Facebook Lives in a row, according to the exact agreement people will see on the page 1111.tv.
Wow, what a great way to celebrate your 11/11 episode, on May 6th, And,
Mm,
after within 2 days, I'm climbing the Mount Everest, the Himalayas, on my father's birthday, and just before my mother's birthday, which is June the 1st. Oh my God.
mm,
Oh my God. And hats off to you, Samina. I love doing Facebook Live. I did took the challenge of 7-day Facebook Live, continuous 21-day Facebook Live, but I couldn't even reach to even 100. Forget about 11/11, and you're almost 900. Oh my
mm,
God!
mhm.
Wow,
Thank
wow.
you. Yeah. So what's the next thing you would want to do if you could have it right now?
Yeah, climbing the Mount Everest, the Himalayas. That's the next one, and before the next
Okay.
one is before the next one is having my events not only in Toronto, Canada, but internationally, because I have the fire, I have the light, I have that energy to move you, and to awaken the celebrity within you and 1 billion plus people, and yeah, that's
Mm,
I would love to do it.
mm.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
that's yeah. And what else do you want to talk about, Pravin, that you're passionate about besides, bringing out the celebrity in others and climbing the Himalayan mountain? What else is Pravin so passionate about that you would like to talk about? Because this is about you today.
Oh my God. Wow.
Can we provide value or serve you today while we're here chatting and connecting?
I would love to touch upon the relationship,
Mhm,
relationship. Lots of there are relationship, relationship with, let's say, your faith, that's the biggest one. Relationship
mhm,
with your parents, relationship with your spouse, relationship with your buddies, right? But I want to focus right now is the relationship with the spouse, because see, I was looking for the one, my dream girl, all my childhood, and and finally God brought me exactly the way I wanted from North America. God brought me exactly I wanted the same last name Patel. Exactly, God sent me the same last name with the Patel, none other than Varsha. Love of my life, and I enjoyed not 110 years or 20 years, but 21 years of togetherness. I enjoyed. Yes, the road was bumpy, ups and downs, and yes, people say like either you are married or happy, you are not having both, so people say happily married. That's the myth, that's the biggest lie, right? So,
Mm.
and what happened is, yeah, I did stupid mistake, very stupid mistake, very, very, very stupid mistake. My wife gave me the ultimatum, and forgive me. My wife caught me red-handed. Forgive me, and also told, if you do the same thing over in the next time, that's it, and I did next time over again, and I got caught, and
Mm.
yeah, I'm like, after 21 years of togetherness, we separated. In fact, I got married in 1994, and 2015, just um, February 5th, I got married 1994. And before February 5th, my wife said, I don't want to celebrate 21st happy anniversary or wedding anniversary with you. So 5 days before, I just kicked out from the home, so I became homeless from like having the love of the life, to into zero, what I mean, like not into zero valley, negative, having
Mm.
the beautiful beautiful castle, beautiful home, into valley, having the sun, beautiful sun, like, and became like sunless, even all, of course,
Mm.
I always say my wife or my son, nobody is going to, not a piece of paper, is going to separate my wife and my son from me.
Mm.
Physically, I'm like close to, like, let's say 5 minutes walking distance, but in my body, heart, mind, and soul, my wife and my son is always there. That's why
Mm.
people say, "Oh, are you going to get married?" This and that. Lots of I got proposals too after that, but I always say, like either you are my sister figure or mother figure or daughter figure, or if you are the guy, either you are my father figure, son figure, or the brother figure. That's it.
Mm.
There is no vacancy, no room. One was supposed to be, and that's it, and still is going to be till my last breath, which
Mm.
is my
Are
wife.
you divorced now technically or no?
Yeah, that's right. About 2 years ago. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
about.
So how's your relationship now with her?
Okay, great question. So I have rarely chance to see my wife and my son. Like I saw them this September before school, and actually my wife and my son surprised me. Actually, no, first time they visited inside my home, and they
Mm.
surprised me. Like, they gave me 5 minute ultimatum, and they are not ultimatum, but they say, like, I will be coming in 5 minutes, and like, wow, like, I'm really, really enjoyed those ones. But definitely, I'm like, what can I say? Yes, I'm like missing them big time. I'm yes, that's also, what can I say? It's affecting me. I get lots of white hairs after that, but again, like I have the bigger vision, I have the bigger dream, I have bigger purpose, right? So, rather than dwelling into that, my negativity of separation or this or that, or like missing my son and my wife, I came up with, like, whole the Vasudha Kutumbakam, basically the whole world is my family, so I expand my dreams and expand my horizons.
Mm. So you
Definitely, I'm
made,
missing them. Every day I'm
yeah.
missing them. Yeah.
So it seems like you made such a, for yourself, a dull situation, embraced it, and created something just, yeah, pretty positive for yourself. Correct?
Yeah, Yeah, that's right, Samina. That's why I always say, if life gives you lemon, make mango juice. Life, if life gives you lemon, make mango juice. Forget about lemonade or forget about complaining. Oh my God, I got lemon, bitterness, bitterness. I mean, yeah, so like yeah.
Well, yeah, like Scott and I, we would say to each other one of the things that is really admirable about you, Pravin, is just your no matter what's going on in your life, the ability you have to just still smile, cheer people on, whether you're happy inside or not, but walk around always with a smile, with a positive attitude, no matter, and you could be going through the crappiest thing in your life, right? But you're just like, here you are smiling, making lemonade out of lemons or whatever that is, they call it.
Whatever that is. It's
Yeah.
not me, it's Samina, it's him. Thank you for
Mhm.
giving credit to me. But it's him, and he's putting the right people front of me, right coaches front of me,
But
and right
you're
now you are the
attracting it. Like just like you attracted me and Scott. It's like law of
yeah,
attraction, right? You're
yeah,
attracting it.
absolutely.
We attract everything, whether it's a positive, whatever. So, do you have what if there was one question you could ask us, whether it's me answering or Scott answering, whoever knows or most appropriate to answer this question, related to relationship, whether it's with spouse or whatever. What's that question that you want to ask? If there was a question you wanted to ask, what question would you like to ask me or Scott or both of us that you want to know about relationships specifically, that's going to be of value to you or serve you?
Or is there anything you just want to say?
Right, that too. Thanks, Scott. Yeah.
Sure. And let me share this one even, like, people, lots of time people ask me, like, what was the reason why you got separated, right? Let me share it with you, and with the world too, even, like, yeah, I don't care how people judge me, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I was, and especially Scott did this episode, and that was live too, and yeah, I was not like, yeah, I was like habitual, and like I was I was addict, pornographic addict, Yeah, I was pornographic addict, like since grade 10. I was in since grade 10.
Mm-hmm.
But then addiction became during my medical college, and still up to now, I actually, I I overcame this one. Maybe now, like, about, like, I don't know, 5% left out of like 100% now, like, but still, yeah, once in a month or so I watch pornography. I didn't share my body with anybody, but yeah, through online, yes, I expose myself, I showed myself. I watch lots of other male, female, or in between, yeah, in like, yeah. And my wife caught me once, gave me the warning while watching watching and being live, through my laptop, through digital media. And the second time my wife caught me, that was yeah, October 30, August 31st, 2014. And that's it. My wife kicked me on my private part, and that's it, that's it. And yeah, after that, yeah, I got ultimatum, and yeah, so uh, I highly encourage you, if you need help, to get out of pornography, to get out of any addiction, like, any addiction, like alcohol or smoking, or like pornography, or yeah, let me connect with me, or connect with the right person. So connect with the right person, ask for the help, ask for the help. Yeah, so because you are cheating yourself first, you're cheating yourself first, your soul from within is going to keep us telling you, like, what you're doing is not right, or no, immoral, or like that, so and then you're cheating other, your partner or other body, and like my son, like, he suffered a lot, because like, he lost his father, like, he's going through this broken marriage. So, and that was a tender age, like, when 2015, my son was like about 9,
Mm-hmm.
right, sorry, yeah, yeah, that's right, yeah. So 2015, sorry, my mistake, 12, he was only 12, right, didn't even fully enter the teenagers, right, so, but he's such a great son. He really, he became so mature because of my wrong move, or because of that, he became so mature. And same thing, my wife also became so mature, and taking all the responsibility, going through ups and downs, and yeah, but still my wife is struggling a lot, because of like, because my wife is like, my wife was goddess, but I didn't know how to become the god. That's how I put it, right? God gave me goddess, but I didn't know how to become god, or how to live godly. So yeah, yeah. Oh my god, I share it. Oh my god, I did share it one more time. Oh my god.
Well, that's
Wow, I
godly.
feel,
That's
huh?
godly. That's
God.
godly.
Yeah.
Sharing your humanity. I think that's godly. I think when we make ourselves wrong and judge ourselves for whatever that is, I don't think God does that. So I don't think that's godly to judge ourselves for what we're doing.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah. How arrogant,
Thank
eh? If God doesn't judge us, what right
Yeah,
do we have to judge each other, including
exactly.
ourselves?
Yeah.
Hmm.
True.
So I'm going to say the following.
Okay.
It's keeping true to the spirit of what Passion Project's light was. It's so beautiful. We always say we're not going to tell you when you're going live, and we're not going to tell you when we end the feed. So I'm going to demonstrate how that's done now that I understand a bit about how this technology works. So the only way this can happen, Sabina, is if I get myself out of the feed. I'm going to end this with you and Pravin. And before I do that, so after we end this feed, we're going to send Pravin a link to have gratis turnaround session, whatever you want to call it, with me and Samina, right? Or
Right.
helping,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
whatever the things we talked about.
And
I
that'll be
also would love. I would also love to you simultaneously book to have an episode of 1111 with Samina with this new system, and I'll be her producer. I'll be in the background for sure. Would you
Wow.
accept?
Why
Would you accept that request too?
not? Wow. I would love to. Absolutely. Yes. Please
Thank
do book
you.
oh,
me.
awesome.
So what's going to happen now is I'm going to let you have the floor, Pravin,
Okay.
and I'll switch the cameras here so that it's like Samina and you at the end because we say Samina's going to have that connection. Actually, before we do that, Samina, in the spirit of the vulnerability and honesty, right? The depression, the sadness. I just realized I can't believe I didn't cue you up for this. What's the real reason I brought back Passion Projects Light so passionately? Why am I hosting like every single day at 7 a.m. for the rest of the year if I have to? What's the real reason we're doing this for you? I'm doing it because you're my passion project still, right?
Mhm.
But why is it that you were the one who wanted to have this happen?
Well, it's just for me having back that connection first thing in the morning. Not only have I missed that, but I've realized lately, not that I'm not going through what I went through 2 years ago. I'm not going through depression. It's not like to that extreme. But I realized, and Scott, and it was through, believe it or not, well, I know you'd believe it, Pravin, I'm actually going through my own integrity choices journey with Scott, doing the program exactly how you did it. And I had my session 8 with Scott just this Wednesday, and it was profound. He helped me realize that I haven't been as happy. I've been back into busy mode, do. And I know better through Abraham Hicks, which I still listen to. But my mind just sometimes, went into default. And so he helped me. So then he helped me create a game plan of what, help me, in integrity choices. What's that one thing? If you could do it consistently and most effectively, it would make all the difference. Like 1111 made the difference. That was that one thing. If I got a guest in the studio every single morning, or if I went live on my timeline till someone connected, if I didn't have a guest, that would get me out of my depression, right? And even though the energy is different now, and yes, I have a solid whatever business, have a means of making an income. So it's not, the situation's not like how it was 2 years ago. But in the past, like Scott asked me, when's the last time I've been happy, really happy, like with joy? And I couldn't even remember when's the last time. I couldn't even tell. I don't know, 4 months ago, 6 months ago at the most, right? So it's been that long where, yeah, it's not that I'm not depressed, but I haven't been as happy. right? Like joy, like I know what that feels like. And so he helped me, bring out that authentic truth. And also, another vulnerability I shared was I also, through the session, I got present to why haven't I been as happy is because I haven't been as real or as authentic as I used to be in the past. As whether you become more successful, whatever, I, started caring about what other people thought again about me, right? And so I realized, well, that's affected, my happiness by not just, I used to just be so real and honest and vulnerable before, whether I be crying or whatever, but then that was what would make me happy, right? Being my authentic, true self, being true to myself. And so that's been lacking to an extent. And so, through now that we brought out the truth, he helped me create a game plan is, well, what do I really, through asking me questions, do I need to really get that happiness back? And it came back to connecting with someone else first thing in the morning through, not necessarily through people coming to the studio every day, but through StreamYard, right? And Passion Projects Light, since we are relaunching it anyways, let's get a guest. All the days that are not booked in the morning, 7 a.m., let's have a guest that I can connect with, even though I'll be handling the production behind the scenes, but I'm still very much a part of the process, right? Connecting, like how I'm
That's
connecting
why
with
I said that the rules for the. That's why I said the rules by which I would do this were that okay, it's all about connection again, Samina. So she's not happy. She's kind of sad, not depressed. Looks like she's happy. She's just kind of being a robot, and and she got present to that. Just like she even said in the session yesterday, or the day before, yeah, Wednesday is when we have it. She said, I don't even know what it's like to be happy. I don't know what happy is. Don't even know what to do to be happy. And so that's when it came. I asked her, like, well, when's the last time you were happy? And she said it was about a year ago when she was sitting in on turnaround sessions where, we're making a difference with people at 7 in the morning in person. And
Mhm.
then she just kept saying at 11:11. So I said, well, then let's just bring it all back, right? Let's just start our day with you connecting with someone. So yeah, I'll be the host, to create a new excitement and other reasons for people to come, but only if you get 20 minutes with the guest in yourself first, and you get at least 20 minutes after the broadcast ends. So having said that, what we're going to do now is I'm going to say something to you, Pravin, and then you're just going to talk, and then I'm going to end the feed at some point, and then I'll tell you when I did that, but we'll all still be together even when I end it. So I guess what I'm going to say is maybe think about it first. If there is just one thing you'd like to share with all the people that are, will be viewing this when it's not so early in the morning. So this is being streamed in 5 places: your timeline, my timeline, Samina's timeline. Samina said the 11:11 page earlier. That's not correct. It's on the 12:12 page, and it's on our biggest YouTube channel, which admittedly we don't use YouTube that much. So, so to the world, what is it you'd like to just share with people or say with people if you were to have the last words? And then you're just going to like talk to your camera and just say whatever comes to you, and I'll end the stream whenever I feel called to end the stream.
Wow. Thank you so much, Scott and Samina, for giving me this opportunity to close this one. Wow. What is the one thing? That one thing is he's the celebrity creator. You are the celebrity. Awaken the celebrity within. You have the gift. You have the celebrity within. Bring it out. It's never too late. It's never too late. Yes, so I highly encourage you that bring that gift out from bottom of your heart. Bring out that little prince or that little princess, who You used to have so many dreams, you used to have so many dreams, this, that, whatnot, bring out that prince or princess within, bring out that celebrity within, and start living it, one step at a time, one step at a time. And you know find out like right people, like I found my Scott, I found my Samina. You find out your right people, and definitely, you know Gandhi never looked back, like how many people are, following him, because Gandhi knew that's the right thing to do to give the freedom to India. That's the right thing to do to give freedom to the people of Africa. That's the right thing to do. Gandhi did it, and the movement happens. The movement happens, right? So believe in your wildest dreams. Don't let anybody steal your dreams. Just do it now. If Trump can win, so can you. Yes, you heard that right. If Trump can win, so can you. You have the celebrity day. You have the celebrity life. You are the celebrity. You are the celebrity.